Hello, welcome to Lori's DIY Life. This is Lori. I hope everybody's day's going well so far. I have this, there it is, this die set for this gift, for this box, the carousel. And I'm gonna do it, but I'm not really feeling up to it today. So I wondered if I could take the horse and stuff and make a card using that. And so first of all, what we got to do is start with a base. And I have this Crafters Companions stamping card, and it is good for a lot of things. I think now they call it multi-purpose, but I believe it used to be called the stamping card. I'm gonna start out with 10x7 piece of paper by 7. I don't really know exactly yet what I'm doing. I just figured we'd just kind of play around. And I'm gonna make it 5. And score it. And fold it. There we go. Ugh, I just never can get that right. So 5. I'm just gonna, it's still really close to the 5. Really, it is 5. Somehow. Okay. So now let me look at the pieces and see what makes sense, and also the front. There is a lot of die cutting involved in making the box and stuff, and I'm getting a later start today than normal. And I just thought, you know what? Let's just think about making a card with it. So I'm thinking I can still do the top, right? Because that looks, that's just so typical carousel. So I'm gonna go ahead and run this through with, what color do I want to do? I want to make it, here, do I use this color? I don't know, this might be orange or coral or something like that, but we'll use this for the top. Oh, you know, we need a, maybe this needs to be on the card itself. So let me make this 5x7, and this will be the panel, the start of the panel. So I make this a little bit, okay, let me do the 7 first. I need to make it a little bit smaller. Okay. And the 5. And I guess it's 7/8. 4 7/8. And 6 7/8. So that will be our panel. Okay. So that's good. So we'll start with that. Now let's do these. Let's see. I want to make it really girly. So I think I might do, let's see, it all has to kind of still go together, right? That's that one. Okay. Let's do the pink, I guess. And I'm gonna want 2 of these. So I'm gonna probably just try doing 2 pieces of paper. I'll just do the other one the same size as this. It don't need to be the same size, but it helps to line it up if you have them more of the same. Okay. So I'm gonna just do it this way and do them both at the same time. Did I mess that up and make that too small? Did I have it on there different somehow? This part here I don't need. It's going to be cut off anyways. So it works if I don't pay so much attention to that. And now my plates. Yeah, there they are. They're right there. Okay. So here's my cutting plate. So this will go this way. And then the magnet. I like to do the magnet next, and then this one, and then this one. And the reason I like to do the magnet next to the die is it kind of holds it in place. And I'll run that through. And we'll see how this is going to look, if it's going to look all right or not. Hope the lighting's not bad and too bad for this video, but I'm hoping. Okay. No, I think it needs to be more. Let me see. Try to figure out how this will look right. Yep, I'm gonna glue these down like this. And then, oh look, this, I wonder if this is some kind of, no, it's just a space in between. So there's, I guess, usually a space in between those. Is that where, yep, that's where the horse goes. So it should actually be more like this. And then cut it here. I'm just trying to figure this out as I go. And this will go here. And this will go here. And somehow that does look better. Okay. So this needs to go back. This is the one thing with this set. Everything is so tight on this sheet. And that's why I'm kind of thinking just to pull one at a time off. If that makes sense. Now I need see, that is the decorative element. That's part of putting it together, but that's not the decorative, I don't believe. So then that's the backup. And then we have these that would go in here. Okay, I got it now. These will go in here. Okay. And then, okay, so I need, did I not just have 2 of those? I know I did. Where did I stick that other one? Shoot. There it is. Stuck to the magnet. Okay, so these, something that will go in there. And then what I'm going to do is it also needs these. Now, there's this one and there's this one. There's 2 of them. So what I'm going to do, because they're different edges, I will do every other one. So one, then the other one, then the other one. And that's how I'm going to do those. So I am going to go ahead and use mirror card. And I have pink. I have this Croucher's Companion packet with the pink. It's really pretty. If I can peel it off. I do plan on using that glitter card too, but that'll come in a minute. Okay, so I need the paper to fit. Let me see. I want to make sure it's big enough, but at the same time, I don't want to overuse and waste. These are going to be really small anyways. So let me see. If I do this and this, I'm going to go ahead and set it down. So I'm going to, here's my cutting plate. Here's the paper. So I'm going to put one here, and then this one here, and then 1 and 2. And that should be good. So then I'll put my magnetic mat down, the plastic shim, and the plate. And I don't see any dies sticking out, so I'm gonna, oh, I thought I was gonna run that through. Now I moved it. Okay. I just need to make sure that they end up cutting right. Okay. Put them in. Okay. I'm probably going to trim these up here. I'm not real sure yet, but That's what I'm thinking right now anyways. Nice. So 2, 2, 2, and 2. And that takes care of these 2 that can go back before I misplaced them. Shoot, I just dropped that one. Wouldn't you know? Okay, so here's what I meant by alternating. So we have jagged edge, smooth edge, smooth edge, and jagged edge. Well, they don't really fit the same. So I need to figure out how. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna kind of curve that chip a little bit. And that makes it a little bit better. And curve the tip a little bit. That one didn't get quite the curve on it. And that makes them match a little bit easier. Now I might still end up needing to trim these or do something, but for now I'm going to go ahead and trim these pieces on before any of them get lost or anything. Come on, glue. Okay. So here. And there. Get some of that glue off. This paper here and this paper here is Center Pearl. I figured that this whole carousel thing deserves kind of fancier paper anyways. So, and I like this idea of using this as a card first, thinking maybe it will help me figure out things for when I do the box. And if you're going to present the box to somebody, why not put a carousel card with it? Right? So let me move this where you can see what I'm doing better. I'm just putting it on, just gluing everything down. Okay. This is the 2-piecer. Maybe I should have done 2 and 2 since this is a 2 section, but well, we just keep it like this because I already got it this way. But this is why it's good to sometimes use the stuff before you get into, especially, maybe it's not going to be that big a deal, but it just feels to me like it's going to be a big build. Okay, and one more. So we will do that. And so then this will go this way, this will go this way, and this will go this way, and maybe a little farther up. And we need the horse and the pole for the horse. So this is the pole. And that should fit like that. I'm trying to see where that bottom piece, this must be the bottom piece right here. So I can go ahead and cut these two pieces out. Seems to me like there's a bigger piece somewhere. Maybe this, but we'll not do that. Okay. So let's put these back. And I'm going to use the pink. So I'm going to come back with this. And I only need one of each of these. So I'll just cut this strip from here. I'll just show you, I'm just cutting this strip. Cap my glue back. Gotta keep them covered while you're doing other stuff, or you end up with dried glue. And it's hard to get through them. Okay, so I'm gonna do this one and this one of each of these. And that's not the way I want them, is it? No. I want to put dies on the magnet, and it will hold them in place. And then the card and plate, and then pick it all up and get it in the machine. Whoa, did that sound bad or what? And here's our pieces. So this will go like this. In this. Still want to see some of that round from it being connected to the pole. And then this could be like this. Okay, and these need to go back on. Now I don't know where I got these from. That's not right. Where did this come from? See, it's all, you just lucky to be able to put it on, I guess, to keep it all fitting. Let me move it more to the side. And this can go here. Not quite. Not close, okay. And the horse, and I think for the horse, I'm thinking white. White for the horse. So oh man, did I leave that small pieces of white? I thought I had a bigger piece of white than that. Look, it almost fits, but not quite. So that means I need another piece of white. And I'll put that right here. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the horse. So the horse is down. And then I need to do the saddle. I believe that's the saddle. Saddle. And where's my picture? And the mane and the tail. So, oh, this will be the tail. I just want to make sure I have my dies the right way. And this will be the mane right here. So that'll give me my horse. And I want the pink glitter paper. Even though this is not the prettiest glitter paper there is. I'm gonna take a full sheet, because I like to save these until the end so that I know, you know, that it's, what colors are in there, what the color looks like. So I'm just gonna take these pieces, they're very small. And I'm gonna do the mane, the tail, and the saddle all in the glitter. So let me move them over here. Okay. And I'll be able to get my horse together. Boy, that piece didn't want to come off there, did it? Okay, and oh no. Look at that, the horse didn't fit on there right. I just somehow messed up, so I'm gonna have to redo that. Which, that's all right. No big deal. The mane, the tail, and the saddle. Now, where did I put the white paper? And I'm just gonna make sure I got a big enough piece this time. The piece was big enough, it just obviously shipped it on me. So, I just want to make sure if it shifts a little bit, it's okay. And where's my other cutting plate? Am I the worst at losing stuff? It's right here. Thank goodness. Okay. And it goes. And we'll be able to work on that. On this horse. You want to be sure you can see what I'm doing in it. Okay. Nice big release spot for that. It like embossed it. Now, if that's the saddle, then is that the right way for it to go? Yep, just like that. So I'm going to glue that on. And it really kind of finds itself because it fits right up in there perfect. Oop. You don't want to let it sit too long without getting it adjusted, because the glue will dry quickly. Okay, so there's the saddle. Now, the mane. It's a teeny tiny little piece. And fits right up in there perfectly, so there's no problems getting that into its spot. Just got to get some of that off there. It looks like there's other pieces, but I don't see any of the horses that in the pictures that have other pieces to them. Just those. But when you look at the cutout die, there's some more embossing spots on it. So I guess if you wanted to ink it up or something, it might show that. Okay, and then there's the tail still. So get some glue on this. And there we have the horse. What I'm not crazy about is the no eyes. So I got a little glitter. Before I do it on the horse, I'm gonna check and make sure. There we go. That's all I want, is just that little dot. Okay. I think if I was to do it again, I might ink up these spots that are raised up. But anyways, there we go with that. This needs to come up, and this goes in here, and then this would go here. That piece got to come off. But I'm wondering, okay, and this needs to really come up. Excuse me, but it can only come up so far, and then this won't do it no more. So I'm thinking I sure would like a longer pole on the horse. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and glue this pole down to this, and I'm gonna leave my finger right there so I can see that that's about where I want the bottom. Okay. So I'm hoping this is center. And the horse needs to go on here. Do I want him up? Do I want him down? I'm gonna put him kind of down. More centered, but downward part of the center, I guess. All right. Downward part of center. Okay. And then I'm gonna put the bottom part as low as I can without making it look funny. Now it may be worth it to just use like this rounded part and put all of that pink, but I'm gonna say that this is gonna be good. Okay, now I have to figure out the carousel topper part. About like that. See, I could have put that horse down more, would have been better probably, but that's all right. So I'm going to avoid the tip because I'm probably going to be cutting that tip off. And also, before you cut it off, you can put it on the card blank and then let it hang over. I like to let some of my stuff hang over onto the blank, you know, where it looks intentional. I don't know. Okay, glue this one down. Bring this over a little bit. I don't know. I always have had a thing about carousel. Oh, look, I went all the way to the tip. Shoot. But I've always had a thing for carousel horses and rocking horses since I was a little kid, and my mom said, you know, you had a rocking horse when you was a little kid and I couldn't keep you off the thing. You were always on that thing. I was like, well, guess that's why I love them so much. I guess I loved them even since I was tiny. go all the way to the tip, and I did. Okay. So there's that. All right. It looks like a little bit too much rounded, does it? Now look. Too much top. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and glue it down, and then we'll look and trim it and see what we think. If it's just too much top, then that means there's got to be a better way to do this, and maybe one of you will know a better way. My choice of colors, I'm not so sure of. Okay, now all I'm gonna do is cut along the card line, and there's glue on it, so we wanna be mindful of that. Just use the edge of the card. All right. What do we think? Is that too much? We could always kind of move it out a little bit. I don't know. Let's do some of the decorative. It's just figuring out which decorative we want to use. I'm going to go ahead, and I'm not going to worry about I'm not going to worry about trying to put the dies back that I just used. The ones I just used. About them matching. About these matching these panels. Because I'm going to say this is one of those carousels where, you know, they're all different. And the problem is these are not going to want to cut out, are they? That's what I did wrong. Okay. So I'm just going to take 4 of them. Does that one look like it's going to cut out a little bit? I don't know. It has that extra ridge. I'm going to use these 4, I guess. And I guess I'm going to need these. Well, maybe I won't use 4. Maybe I'll just do 2 and do it the same way. Run 2 pieces of paper at a time. So that means I got to pick out 2. I'll use these 2 because they look the most alike, I think. Or maybe these 2 do. Okay. We use those 2. They do look the most alike. So that one we're in there. I need to get this horse back on because that's the most important part. We definitely can't lose that. Definitely could not lose that horse. So I'm going to do this and this, and they will go on top of here. What do I want to use? What color do I want to use? I got some purple. So I should be able to get 4 out of this piece here. I'm just going to cut this across. Oh, on my scissors, my pieces with the glue have stuck. And trim this off because I don't know why. But I know they'll fit on these easy, so get my plates, put these on the magnet. See, that's what's nice about the magnet. It holds it in place, and then you can still tape it if you want. Sometimes you never know if that magnet's gonna give right. You just never know. So you wanna take your precautions. You don't wanna mess up your machines. Looks like I need to turn them this way and this way, and that should make it fit. Yep. And whoops. Yep and yep. And top plate. And in we go. I hope I didn't just move that paper. And of course I gotta curve this again. There we go. Get these pieces out of here. Okay. Not the best job. That'll go there, this will go here, and then these ones. That come out so nice and clean. That'll go there. And this one. They're pretty. They look so pretty. And you know, just give you an idea too of what the decorations look like without. Shoot. Oh well, it's been working, but I guess for this one it didn't want to completely work all the way. So I'll just do my little. You can see this one leaves a little bit more smaller pieces and stuff behind, so. I might have been able to get them out without cutting them, but. When I only did if I only did the one, they would come right out. It's not, that's because I did 2 pieces at once. So that will make it also better looking, I believe. So let's get these glued down. Ooh, this video is getting long. Now this is a very girly one, and this, but little boys like carousels too, and you can, buoy it up. You can do it in blues. It does not have to be in pinks and all of that, I remember my brother used to pretend he was a cowboy. I don't know if kids ever play that way anymore, like cowboys. So, but my brother did. We were, when I grew up, we had those horse heads on the poles. So we would ride around on the pole, and we would giddy up and all that stuff. It was some fun stuff too, man. We were riding them horses. And when growing up, a couple of times I had a couple of horses. And real horses, I mean, too, so. Like, I don't remember thinking in my head, like, that I wanted a real horse. Oh, I want a real horse. But I remember my dad coming home one day, and he had bought a horse. And we kept it at my uncle's house because we lived in a tract home. And so my uncle, who didn't live very far, just kind of around the corner, he had property and stuff, and so we kept it there. But I remember my dad taking us over there, and when we seen that horse, he said, now you got to learn to ride that horse. Oh yeah, okay, we'll learn to ride that horse. He says, everybody should know how to ride a horse. And that was his, I guess, his reason for getting in the horse. Everybody should know how to ride a horse. And she was a sweetheart. Oh, she was a 15-year-old pinto horse. And she was just the sweetest thing. And when we got her, oh, she was in bad shape. Then my dad thought that she had been abused somehow because she did not like men and she did not like him. And he had to teach us everything, how to saddle the horse and groom the horse and clean the horse and cooling the horse down after we got done riding and all that stuff, cleaning out the hooves and all that stuff. He had to teach us, and we were little girls. And the horse didn't like men, and so it took him a while to get her where she trusted him and let him get close enough. And so all that time, and my dad would not, no, you cannot ride that horse until you know how to take care of that horse. That was the way my dad felt about it. that's the way it was. So here we had a horse, and we couldn't ride it until she got used to my dad, and my dad was able to teach us how to take care of the horse. And then once we could, like, we couldn't get on her until we knew how to saddle her. So that was kind of one of the first things he did teach us, was how to saddle her. And I remember going on that first ride and thinking, oh, cool, this is cool. I'm riding a horse. I get to ride my horse. Riding my horse. And getting back, and my dad saying, okay, did you unsaddle that horse? I don't know how to unsaddle that horse. Well, come on, you got to unsaddle that horse. You rode that horse, you got to do it. And he kind of left me on my own to go out there and figure it out, and then we just had to figure out how to undo what we did. Little did I know, we were little. I mean, I'm talking like first grade, second grade. But we found out later he was watching, because he was laughing at us. So, yeah. Then later on, I had my horse at a stable, and my dad had to pay for them to take care of the horse. And so my dad, when I went to unsaddle the horse, and I got there and the horse is saddled waiting for me, I said, Dad, somebody's been riding my horse and they didn't unsaddle the horse. And he said, no. I called them up and told them we were coming, and they saddled the horse for you. I said, oh. I was surprised, because that was never the rule. Oh, I said, but that, okay. Then I got done riding, and right up to the stables, and a guy comes out and grabs the horse's reins. And I get down, and he starts to take the horse off. And I'm like, wait. He's like, what? I said, she needs to be cooled down, and I got to get her saddle off. And oh, I'm doing that. I'm like, what do you mean you're doing that? And my dad was like, they do that here because we pay the fee for the stable. We pay the stable fees. So they do all the care of the horse. All you have to do is come and ride. And my dad kind of said, yeah, if we're paying for it, they're going to do it. I'm not paying for something they're not doing. But I'll be honest with you, you just don't bond with the horse as well if you're not doing the taking care of. You just don't bond. It's not the same thing. So I loved that horse too, but she wasn't the same as the one where I had to take care of her and do everything. It was a much closer bond. Okay, so what do we think of the carousel? I'm not sure if that's too much around. Like, if it should have been up. Let me just show, like that. If that was more at the top, would that look better? Then, move this over. If it was more like this, would that have looked better than seeing all of that? I'm kind of thinking it might have. We would have had to move the whole thing up. I think the pole needs to be extended longer. I don't know how we would do that other than not using this or slicing into it somehow. Maybe back behind the horse, adding a piece. Maybe that would work. And then this should probably be extended out. So, but I think it's pretty cute. I don't know if you can see the colors in it. And that sure doesn't look like glitter pink right now in this lighting anyways. But it's very pretty. Look at the details, so pretty. That's not glued down right. That's not right. There's a piece that came out that didn't come out. Got stuck down. There we go. Inside of it. So there's no pictures of a card on any of this. So you'd really kind of be on your own unless you agree with me about needing this up more so it's looks more like that. Making the pole a little longer. What I would do, if you decide you want to make the pole longer, is I would go ahead and run 2 of these and then just cut the one, this width, the width that you could get behind the horse. Cut this, bring one side here and one side there, and then add that little piece. That way it's going to match up and be the same size. Either that, or you could cut it and just put one end on top and one end on the bottom of it. And that could be an option too. So I would do that. And see, this one I would put the happy birthday down there, but if you, yeah, I would put the happy birthday. This one you could put the happy birthday up here though, because there's so much space right there. Mirror card, I love mirror card. But anyways, I think a little bit more playing around. I think that, like I said, I just think that would look better like that. And the horse a little bit longer, I think would look good. Yep. All right, so I don't like the using the 2 different. That didn't work out at all. No. Maybe if I'd have done this one and this one together and then these 2 on the sides to where it looked like each 2 of these sections matched, that might have worked. But there you go. There's our carousel horse. It's not bad. It's still kind of cute, but not as cute as I would have liked it to be. Maybe a little more decoration here, but they don't have nothing to decorate this up here that I know of. So the only thing I could think of would be to no, I don't see any way you could do it yourself. I don't think you can cut these down because they're just not long enough. See? They're just not long enough. There are, oh wait, you know what would work? Maybe is, I don't see them. I see, oh, one. No, that's not what I thought either. So I don't know what the answer is to that part, but you could maybe just not even put this part here and just use something straight across. That might work. Okay, that's it for this video. Wow, over an hour long. I am so sorry, folks. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you join me again. If you like my video, please hit the like and subscribe button. All right, bye-bye now.